Summertime post adulthood is really strange. So I didn't realize until like a couple of days ago that it's summer vacation time for people who are still in school. Oh shoot, I'm getting old. Yo, so I just hit 10 years out of high school. I am 28 years old. And it's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's summer vacation. Because like I went to someone's house and like their kids were home, and then like the bell didn't fully ring there, but I was like, okay, maybe they have a day off. And then I got home from work and there were kids outside playing, and I'm like, there's like a lot of kids outside playing. One, I didn't realize kids still did that, so good for them, because I feel like most don't, but maybe that's just the environments I'm exposed to. But I got home from work and there were like kids outside playing, and then my roommate was like, yeah, it's summer vacation time, dude. And I was like, oh, that's how I know I've been out of high school for a while now, because I don't even have like the summer vacation phantom clock in my head anymore. Like the first 5, maybe 6 years out of high school, my body was so internally like dialed to like a school schedule, because you spend the first X amount of years. What is it? I did pre-K and kindergarten, so I was literally in school for 14 years. Like if you do, so from first grade to 12th grade and then add pre-K and kindergarten on top of that, I was in school for 14 years. So like the school schedule and routine was like seared into my psyche. So I didn't really lose that sixth sense until about like 4 years ago, maybe 5. But yeah, no, I legit, the first few years out of high school, it's like I could feel when it was spring break, when it was fall break, when we were gonna have like 2 days off here. Oh, of course it's President's Day. Like all of those little mini breaks were absolutely baked into my conscience. And now it's like, dang, I've been away for 10 years? 10 years? Summer feels weird now because it's like I'm an adult. So like summer vacation isn't like a thing anymore. It's weird. It's like, okay, so obviously I'm already used to that. Like it's been 10 years. You get used to not having like a regular summer vacation after like the first 2 years out of high school. At least I did. But I don't know, it was just so weird for it to like not register. For it to not register was insane. Can you tell I don't have any kids yet? Because I feel like obviously parents would know that to a T because they have kids and they're going through those schedules. But yeah, it just got me thinking about how summertime, like post adulthood, just like feels so much different. And honestly, I've heard other people say this too, but it doesn't have to be like a depressing thing. Yes, it's a little lame that you don't automatically get time off from like actual work just because it's summertime, unless if you're a teacher. That's freaking awesome. That you just get that time off like every year. But yeah, it's weird. It's like, oh yeah, summer vacation, and I still have to go to work the next day. But I will say, I have heard a lot of people over the years kind of complain about that, and I have also been guilty of that myself. But in more recent times, I'm trying to develop the habit of living more intentionally, which is why I'm like, had an idea to make this video. You know, I get on here and yap sometimes. Actually, it's been a few months. I should start posting again. I actually kind of enjoy it. If anybody who was watching the videos before is still here. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, okay, like this, let me take this as an opportunity to be intentional with my time. And yeah, it's one of those things where I'm just like, maybe it's not as good as it was, in the sense of like, oh, summer vacation is so awesome, I get to just like do whatever or sit around and play video games all day. But also being an adult, I'm like, there's also a potential to use that time a little bit more productively. I'm not saying it should be like work and grind. I'm not really part of it. I don't really subscribe to like the overly hustle culture that was so prominent on like YouTube a handful of years back. I think there's something to be had from that, but like everybody just cranked it to like the extreme where it's like, if you ever take even a single nap, you're a failure for life. And it's just like, okay, calm down. It's not that serious. But I do think that it is cool to be intentional with the summertime post adulthood. And I don't know, it's like, even though like you're not a kid anymore and enjoying it from that lens, there's still things you can do to prime it to be a good time. For example, I recently deleted Instagram off of my phone, just because I just had enough of it. Just seeing like the highlights of everybody's life, and then like everybody seems like they have it all together, and then on top of that, it's just the amount of time that I was wasting with doom scrolling. I was over it, so I deleted it off my phone. And I'm like, even that is something where I'm like, man, that can be used to be like super intentional. Because I don't know if you've ever seen any of those look at my screen time videos, or if you've just taken the time to look at your screen time yourself. But man, screen time, it is scary how fast screen time can rack up. Like, it is genuinely scary how fast that jump. Like, it could be like 7 hours with no effort. Like, no effort. And I feel like that's one of the things that like I have learned a little bit to be more intentional with over the last few months. And I think I'm gonna use that to help me prime for the summertime. Because again, even though I don't have the time off necessarily because I have like a full-time job now, you can still take time. Obviously that's not always possible, but if you have vacation time and you want to use it for the summer, then do that. You can take the time to put your phone down, not scroll all day, and go outside and like take a walk. If you get off in the early afternoon, maybe you work morning shift, maybe you work night shift. I don't know what everybody's time schedule is, but the whole point is you can take inventory of your day and kind of go based on that and still have a good summer. So while it is different, it is still something that is moldable, and it's within your control to make a new culture around the summertime and let it be something that you enjoy. It doesn't have to be year-round misery just because I don't have summer vacation anymore because I'm not in school, because that's like really sad. Now, is it as easy? No, because it's not on autopilot, but it is doable. Like, for example, with one of my hobbies, which is gaming, I am going to kind of play games a little bit more that fit the vibe this summer. The new Assassin's Creed 4 remake is coming out, and I loved the crap out of that game back in the day, and it gives summer vibes. It's like a really cool pirate fantasy set in the Caribbean, and that game matches the summer vibe. So that's a game I'm going to play during the summer. Another game I'm going to be playing this summer is Super Mario Sunshine. I've been meaning to replay that game for like a few years now, and I absolutely love that game. And what better time to play Mario Sunshine than when it's hot and sunny outside? So again, if gaming isn't your thing, it doesn't have to be that, but you can be intentional with your hobbies surrounding the time to kind of create that new culture like I was talking about around this time of year. Go on more walks, go on a hike. Don't hike alone. I don't recommend that. It's a lot of crazy stuff out here these days. But like, you can read specific books that fit a summertime vibe. And honestly, that fits with any part of the year. Like, me and a few of my friends last year read a book that took place during the winter time because it was cold and it was winter. And honestly, I really do feel like it helped boost the enjoyment of that book because of the time of the year that we were in. So it's things like that. I don't know what your hobbies are, but I would just encourage you to look for little nuggets where you can kind of prime yourself to enjoy the time of year that we're in. So like I said, if it's gaming, maybe pick a summertime game that you really think is cool, or maybe start going outside more and enjoying the extra sunlight time until daylight savings kicks back in. I hate daylight savings so much. Weren't we supposed to get rid of that like 4 years ago? I swear they were saying they were going to get rid of daylight savings like 4 years ago, and it just never happened. But regardless, take the time to enjoy the extended sunlight at this time of year. Or maybe you go fishing. Me and my friends went fishing for the first time ever was that last week? Yeah, last week. And it was actually a really good time. And we just sat out on the lake for like 5 hours and fished. And we actually caught a few too, which was like really good for it to be our first time. We did have a couple professional guides with us, so I'm sure that definitely helped. But regardless, nonetheless, it was still really fun. And it was something we did. And it was like at the butt crack of dawn into the early afternoon. It wasn't too hot, and it really fit the vibe of this time of year. And we just took some time from the weekend to go and do that because we were all off on a Saturday. So whatever your thing is, that's just something I wanted to ramble about really quick. I don't even know if that was fully cohesive. If it was, then let me know what your opinion is in the comment section below. I would love to have a conversation about it. But yeah, man, put down the phone, stop scrolling, watch less YouTube. I'm not saying you have to put it down completely, because I watch a lot of YouTube videos throughout the day, but maybe just be intentional to watch it less and just take the time to look around and be present with this time of the year. Soak it in. It's summertime. Rinse and repeat when it's fall, rinse and repeat when it's winter, rinse and repeat when it's spring and summer again. Go to the pool. Maybe not a public pool, go to your friend's pool, because people piss in public pools too much and it's disgusting. Stop scrolling and go outside and have fun. Like Tobey Maguire said at the end of the Spider-Man 1 game that one time. But anyway, my ramble's over. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you want to. And until next time, I leave you with this.